An entrepreneur is just somebody that when they squint, they can just see a little bit further than everybody else.
Peter is, I think, driven by growth. I asked him, how did you get into the business? He said, well, I realized there were tourists in Victoria from America and Japan, and they came here with their currency and they had to change it into our dollars to spend it. And so he said, I figured I could make about $30,000 a year.
Well, I thought, this is a good business. So I opened another one in the cruise ship terminal in Vancouver, another one in Gastown. Both of them did extremely well.
And then he discovered that the tourists don't come here in the winter. So he had to expand to keep it going. And of course, that was the beginning of the growth of the company.
I think to be an entrepreneur, you have to have the ability to take on some risk, and to put it on the line if you're going to really make it big and make it successful. And Peter had that ability. Like, he had the ability to stand in there.
Peter could see the economics of the business, and he realized that the competition were really the big banks, and that the big banks didn't see currency exchange as a profit center. They saw it as a service that they had to do because their clients said, I need US dollars or I need a foreign currency.
I tested it in Victoria. I sent a flyer to all 12,000 small businesses. It cost me 10 cents to print it, 10 cents to deliver it. And it said, better than bank exchange rates, guaranteed for small business. And the phone just rang off the hook. Then that vindicated that we're onto a new concept, that you could actually compete with the banks and provide better service and a better price.
Over the next 2 or 3 years, he expanded right across Canada in what you would call bricks and mortar business.
We decided to go to Eastern Canada, but there were companies in Toronto that were extremely big that were doing what we do. So we came up with a business plan that we're going to say, we're not going to go to Toronto. We're going to go to Hamilton. We're going to go to Windsor. We did every major city in, and people said, well, those are too small. I said, well, Saskatoon worked. So, I'm pretty sure Hamilton's going to work.
No one else was looking at foreign exchange in that way. Everyone else in the space was looking at foreign exchange as a retail storefront that did transactions on a daily or a weekly basis. But Peter saw the global opportunity.
But after a while, we came to the conclusion we didn't even need physical offices anymore because they invented this thing called the internet. You could sell into South Africa without an office there.
He went from online in Canada to growing overseas.
I sold in 2009 to Western Union. There's thousands of people that went through the Custom House and our alumni over the years. And that's one of the things I'm most proud of is so many of those people went on to have successful careers in finance and in foreign exchange.
When he had the success with Customs House, he didn't disappear from the landscape and go and do his own thing. He actually looked at where can I make the most impact for this province and the world. And he seized the opportunity with young British Columbians at the University of Victoria.
When I go to the university and meet the students, invariably the question is, what advice do you have for a young person just graduating now from university? And my advice to them is take more risk. You can risk your whole net worth and you can stand up and do it again because your runway is phenomenal. And at wine, I got handcuffs on. I can't take those big risks anymore. I've got a family, I've got commitments, and I'm at the end of the runway. I'm landing the plane.
The BC Laureates talk about vision, integrity, leadership, and legacy. And there's no one that I know that epitomizes those principles and that standard the way Peter Gustavson does.